I just learned that my husband has feelings for my sister-in-law, is jealous and hates my brother, and wishes it could have been him. Posted by you/pixiemixi. Hi, Reddit. Sorry if this ends up being a cluster F. I really need some advice. Throwaway account and names changed just in case. My sister-in-law, Kate, 29F. My brother, Kate's husband, Charlie, 32M. My husband, Jack, 31M. I, 30F, have been married to Jack for 4 years and we've been together since high school. Our marriage is pretty great. We have our ups and downs, but we're usually able to work through it and talk about our feelings like adults. We were just starting to discuss having children before this came up. Now things are a mess, and I don't know what to do. Charlie and Kate have been married for 5 years and have also been together since high school. My brother and I have been extremely close since we were kids. He's always there for me and I love him with all my heart. Kate is a wonderful person and is one of my best friends. She's my family now, too, and I love her to death. She's sweet, funny, and a great friend. Charlie and Kate have a great marriage. Honestly, even better than my own. They're a real team, they're always there for each other, and you can tell that they really love each other. From what I know, they're currently trying to conceive. I'm so excited to be an aunt. We've all gotten along until now. This is the first time anything like this has happened. About 2 weeks ago, Charlie invited us over to have a few drinks and hang out at their place to celebrate Kate's birthday. It was going okay at first, we talked about having kids and our jobs and generally caught up. Jack ended up drinking way too much. He started flirting with Kate and she was obviously uncomfortable, told Jack to stop it multiple times, and tried to stay away from him. Charlie started getting irritated, rightly so. Jack was flirting with his wife and being a drunken idiot, and told Jack to stop, again, multiple times. I also tried to get Jack to knock it off and shut up, but he wouldn't, and I was honestly pissed off too. Jack got pissed when Charlie tried to intervene. He told Charlie how much he hated him and wished he was dead, then went on to confess how much he loves Kate and wishes he would have ended up with her. Jack decided to try to kiss or touch Kate, she freaked out, and Charlie was done. He told us both to get the F out. I dragged Jack out of there and I was just shocked and disgusted at his behavior. The next day, Jack told me that he did have feelings for Kate and was resentful of Charlie because of it. He told me that he loved me and would never cheat on me, he was drunk and what he did was a mistake. He apologized over and over again for his behavior, promised me he loved me and wanted to be with me, etc. He apologized to Charlie and Kate for what happened, but they aren't happy. I'm still not sure how to feel. His behavior was awful, inappropriate, and borderline assault. It also makes me feel crappy that he hates my brother. I talked to Charlie the other day. He told me that he isn't comfortable having Jack around anymore, especially around Kate. Apparently, she's pretty shaken up by what happened, the unwanted touching, attempted kiss, love confession, and incredibly uncomfortable around Jack. I understand completely, but now I'm stuck. I'm just angry, upset, and unsure of what to do now. I don't want my relationship with my brother and sister-in-law to be ruined because Jack was a jerk. I don't know what to do about Jack's confession. It honestly makes me feel sick to my stomach. It all came out of nowhere. Everything was great before this, we were all friends. Now my husband apparently loves another woman and wishes my brother was dead. I want to salvage this because I do love Jack, I really do, but I have no idea where to start. I want to be a part of my future niece's or nephew's life. I want to be able to be around my brother and sister-in-law because they're wonderful people and I love them so much. It's all crashing down and I don't know how to handle it. Is there a way to work through this? What should I do? Can I salvage this? Perspective, advice, opinions? Top/relevant comments. Commenter. You really want to stay with a man who tried to force himself intimately on your brother's wife, told her in front of you and her husband that he's in love with her and wishes he wasn't with you, and told your brother he wants him dead? Come on, up. Have some self-respect. Commenter 2. Honestly, up. I think this was a gift to you. You were both just talking about having children together. You were literally just saved from being attached to this jerk for the rest of your life through a child with him. You were spared, up. You seriously need to talk to a lawyer and get a divorce in the works. I know you've been married for 4 years, you've been together since high school, but the length of a relationship is no reason to settle, just because you're comfortable. You might try to justify it and say, well, he was drunk. Well, I say that's exactly the point. I'm not sure about anyone else, but alcohol/getting drunk makes things that are hard to say much easier for me. Liquid confidence, as they say. He got totally trashed and let his emotions, rage, jealousy, and desire spew out, but not just to you, to your brother and his wife. He practically assaulted your sister-in-law. He 100% completely betrayed you. He made an irreparable tear in his and your brother's relationship. Crap, he made an irreparable crap storm between everyone in this. Honestly, up. If you want to save your relationship with your brother and sister-in-law, you need to get rid of this fool. Sometimes, there are scenarios that are worth the work to try and save a marriage or relationship, but this one screams divorce from every direction. You shouldn't settle. You shouldn't permanently damage your and your brother's, and your sister-in-law's, relationship over this guy. Most importantly, you shouldn't stay with a man that will apparently love you second to your sister-in-law. Update 3 days later. Hi, relationships. I know this update is coming fast, but I've made my decision, and I thought you'd all like to know. A lot has happened in the past day, but in the end, I think I'm making the right choice. To be honest, I think I knew this is what I had to do all along, but I was in denial. I want to start off by thanking everyone for their advice, kind words, and even tough love. I have decided to end our marriage and get a divorce ASAP. It's heartbreaking and painful for me to do this, but honestly, I don't think I could live with knowing my husband loves another woman and assaulted her in front of me. The fact that this is my sister-in-law makes it even worse. I don't think we can come back from this, and I would always feel like I wasn't his first choice, plus he touched and kissed Kate without her consent, which is an awful thing to do by itself. I sat down and really thought about what happened and how it made me feel. It made me feel disgusted, hurt, and angry. It made me feel like an idiot. It broke my heart. I couldn't believe the man I loved, the man I have been with for almost a decade of my life, would betray me and hurt me like this. It almost doesn't feel real. To think we were going to have kids, to think I trusted him and gave him all the love I could. It effing hurts. A lot of you suggested that maybe he married me so he could be close to Kate. We sat down last night, I showed him your comments, and he broke down. He admitted to me that yes, he did marry me to be closer to her. It's always been her. From day one of our relationship, it's been a ploy to stay close to Kate. Not only is this devastating to me, but it's extremely creepy, and I feel bad that Kate ever had to be around Jack. His intentions were almost predatory. Who knows what he would have done to Kate if her husband and I hadn't been there to intervene. I honestly think he would have done some truly horrible things to her, given the chance. He begged me to stay. He promised he loved me, he could get over Kate, he wanted me. I was his soulmate. We were meant to be together. He would go to therapy to work on his issues, and we would be okay. He was sobbing and begging and trying to convince me to stay. I wasn't hearing it. I'm done. He's a liar, he's been lying to me for years. He's creepy, horrible, and I can't live with him knowing what he did and how he truly feels. I called Charlie to talk to him about everything, like always, he's here for me. He's incredibly pissed at Jack because of what Jack did to Kate. Kate is still shaken up and upset, she feels violated, and her trust in Jack, someone she considered her friend for years, has been destroyed. Charlie told me that if I had chosen to stay with Jack, it was very likely our relationship would have died right then and there. Charlie told me he refused to talk to anybody who believed what Jack did to Kate, assaulted her, was okay or forgivable, even if that somebody was me. He also thinks what Jack did to me for all these years is beyond cruel, and he's angry about that, too. I still have to contact a lawyer and get things in order. It's only been a day since I've made my decision, but you were also so helpful to me. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your comments. In the end, my brother and sister-in-law are the people that matter most to me. They're my real family, the people who love me, and they're here to support me through this decision. I'm young, there's still hope for me to find someone who sincerely loves me, there's still hope of starting a family, there's still time left for all of that. I'd rather take my chances of finding someone new than staying with Jack. Thank you, again, for everything. /relevant comments. Commenter. I'm glad you were able to get some clarity from posting here. Sometimes I think divorce gets thrown around a lot, but it was absolutely, totally warranted here. I'm so sorry that you and your family have had your lives violated by this terrible man. He has taken your love and trust and selfishly abused it. He's probably going to go into desperation mode very quickly, so make sure to secure a lawyer. Not only that, get your personal papers, things like IDs, passport, birth certificate, etc., and keep them safe. A lawyer would have to tell you what's okay to do with joint resources, but I'd be keeping a close eye on the checking account as well. Don't let him hurt you further. Commenter 2. This is a man who has a fundamental lack of respect for women. He respected neither Op nor Kate. They were both just there for him to use for his own feelings. Kate was the object of his obsession, and Op was the vehicle for him to remain close to Kate, his objective. Neither of these women was a person to him. Op adds an edit to her post. Edit/update number 2, thanks for the condolences and kind words. It really means a lot to me. To address some concerns, I will be extra careful and keep an eye out for anything Jack tries to do. Like many of you said, his obsession is unraveling, so he might do something drastic. I'm going to contact my lawyer ASAP to start seeing what I can do, change all of my passwords, get my bank accounts in order, etc. I have also removed any information of my future whereabouts and plans, as some of you suggested. I'm going to book an appointment with a therapist. I feel like it would benefit me and help me work through this whole thing. Kate doesn't want to talk to or interact with Jack, but she is thinking about getting a restraining order. Understandably, she doesn't feel safe around Jack at all and would rather have nothing to do with him. She's also going to be extra careful, since she's the person of Jack's obsession, and he'll probably try contacting her or doing something crazy. Charlie is there to protect her. He's a former Marine, 6 feet 3 inches and pretty dang intimidating, so I'm sure they'll both be okay. We're all here for each other. Some people don't believe this is real because of my timeline. I said we've been together since high school in the last post, but then said almost a decade in this post. This was a mistake. I meant to type over a decade. I can't prove the validity of my story, so you'll just have to take my word for it. I don't really feel the need to explain myself here. You either believe me or you don't. It's a bizarre situation. I can't explain Jack's behavior any better than you can. On the bright side, Charlie and Kate are still trying for a baby, so there's a pretty good chance I'll be an aunt in the near future. There's still hope for me to find the one. In the meantime, I'm going to focus on me, and moving on from this whole thing. Thanks for the concern and encouragement. Editor's note. Op's last update was made in April 2016, so I think it's safe to say that her divorce probably went through by now, and hopefully she was able to do better for herself.